preseason non-conference showdown here on EA Sports College Football, hitting the SEC against the Big Ten. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Thanks, guys. Coach Golding told me before the game, he understands both teams are in the top 25. Both teams are quality with a lot of talent on the rosters. But he believes this stadium can make a difference. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football. They have been pumping in crowd noise all week at practice to make sure they are prepared for this moment. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Buckeyes headed for the ball, and we're ready for action. And no chance at a return here. They'll start. At their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Got it in the middle. It's give. That's some old-school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm flow. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
Just like we expected, this home crowd getting involved right from the start. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Off the boot, looking for his man. He's going to fire to the left. Makes a grab on the shot. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Rebels. He got a step and just dusted the field.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside, it's Jackson. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Here's Sayin to throw. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sayin makes the grab down the middle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
A high kick trying to pin them deep. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Offense is back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. Pulled it, finds his man on the left. Turning it on! Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Running inside, it's Lacey. At midfield, he's got room. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense in their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. The option, the keeper. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. The play action fake. Bringing the heat. Chase to the right. Out of bounds right at the 10-yard line as they are threatening to score.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
And I feel like the defense needed that stop. Are already giving up a touchdown, early in this football game. They put another drive together, but great job bowing up, getting that 3rd down stop, and hopefully forcing the field goal.
It is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for space. It's Jackson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. Got enough for the first. Maybe some room here. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Julian with the play fake. Rushes on him. And he never had a chance. So after the big run, they tried to hit him with a pass. Would you have gone back to the run there?
I think now, yeah. Of course, now looking back, I'm going to go, yeah, I should have run after taking the sack. I like mixing it up, but if my offense is going to sit there and lean on people and we're good at running the football, then don't be afraid to do that more often.
Might be changing the route. Here's the give off the left side. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Right down the middle. Complete to the left. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. First play of the period, first down here.
Here we go, ready. Go.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
The defense blows up the ISO play by getting penetration right up the middle, and that forces the negative play.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12.
Ready. Go.
Throwing, say it. A shot toward the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Under fire. And down he goes. A defense bringing the heat.
And that's unfortunate for the offense because that drive looked so good. They were just methodical, and they were running, and they were throwing, and had the football down in a great position down near the goal line. You've got to be able to pay that off. You cannot afford to take a sack in that situation. If you're the quarterback, that's a massive mistake.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Gill. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole and the quarterback throwing a strike.
The keeper on the option. Makes it past the marker. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Run inside. It's Lacey. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game. Trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there. Being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Does this offense want to keep throwing the football, honestly? Because you've now been sacked 3 times in a row. You're proving that you cannot block these guys. They have to have a complete shift, I think, in their approach to how they want to attack this defense.
And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's incomplete as he threw the helium ball, trying to float it in.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. They They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on third down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
The Buckeyes, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Say it. Oh, they're after him. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
So now it's second and long. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Unloads to the right. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, as a quarterback, you know, if you put the ball anywhere near this guy, anywhere in his vicinity with his catch radius and his athleticism, he's going to be able to snag it. They weren't able to hit him in stride, but he bails his quarterback out with an awesome diving catch.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Gets the back moving. Running inside. It's Jackson. Third and 6 yards to go. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. He's not going to have enough for the first down. Had to get it to the 35, and now a tricky 4th down decision coming. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Sayin. He'll take a shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. He's inside the 40. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Defense is about negative plays, creating negative plays and creating turnovers. What a great job, not only creating the interception, but doing something after it. You see the blocks after the interception, return it almost back to the house, and now you set your offense up with great field position.
operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll run it. It's Lacy. Finding some room. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
And the Rebels trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Ole Miss calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on second and goal from the 6. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Rebels.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Under fire. And it's a sack.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Ole Miss calls its third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Handoff to the single running back. They make the play, force a fourth down, but they are out of timeouts, can't stop the clock. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. Just about set to get this second half underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Lined up in the gun on third down, Sayin. Zings it complete to the right.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense. Third down, you're blitzing. You're expecting to be able to affect the quarterback, but give this offensive line, these guys, credit because they were able to pick everything up, give their quarterback an opportunity to throw clean from the pocket to pick up that first down.
Open on the right side, that's Smith. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They're working that left side, and they pick up just a few on that completion.
A nice job by the quarterback there, working through his progressions. Nothing open down the field, so he checks it down to his drag route coming from the slot receiver to get the completion.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6.
Ready? Hey, check it. 4-2-4 plus. Switch it. Ready, go.
Looking for space, it's Jackson. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Here's Sayin to throw. Snagged out of the air. Shakes a man, and he might take off. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4 at 2nd and 14. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's good. That'll close the gap to 14.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. The run inside. It's Odom. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Here's they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. That's caught. It's hot. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Running inside, it's Lacy. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And I love when defenses see pulling guards, because what you're supposed to do is run through immediately. If you're a linebacker, you see a pulling guard, I'm running through that gap. If you're a defensive lineman and that guard pulls in front of you, I run down the line of scrimmage and chase. Great job seeing that puller, making a play, get a tackle for a loss.
Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man, it's Gill. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
He's got him in the flat. Got room at the 35. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Here's a hit. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
The Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Nice move to pick up yardage. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. And the Rebels trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. In the red area, it's Lacy. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing, say it. The sure hands, it's Jackson. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Say it. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Fires to the middle. He's got it. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Buckeyes peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air, and now back to the line. To the air on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Again, it's Sayin. Here comes the heat. And they got him.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
From the gun on third down, Sayin. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be third down.
Come on, alligator arms. I know you're running over the middle of the field, but do your quarterback a favor and just make the play.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
And the Rebels will have it first and 10. Wants to throw it again. Fires to the right. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be third and 6.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Bringing the heat. Got a first down. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that third and long.
And, man, that's impressive because I feel like this QB, he knew it, Reese. Like, he knew exactly where he needed to get to. He drops back. He wants to pass the football, but he's like, I got plenty of space to get the first down with a little extra, makes that decision, and gets the first down.
Ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And I tell you what, man, the defense really needed a play. They had to. Something go right. Down by 2 possessions. They do what they haven't done in this football game. They force the turnover. Now set their offense up to hopefully get right back in this football game.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. Sayin There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Snags it, and he's open. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
To the air, it's Sayin. Throws toward the end zone. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football.
Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Quickly complete. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Makes the grab on the left. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft.
Touchdown! Buckeye! Gets it into the end zone.
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for in that play.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point pulls them closer. It's 24-10. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
I think if you're the head coach here, it's a bit of a mixed reaction to your passing attack so far in this game. You put up a bunch of yards throwing the football, you've lit up the scoreboard, but you've also given up 4 sacks. Pass protection has been a problem so far in this game.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. The Rebels will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. territory, they'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Here's Sayin to throw. Smith makes the grab on the out route. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Yeah, and you're just running at a time where you can have these small gains where the clock continues to run. This offense definitely got to have some urgency. Down, late in the game. I need to force some plays, Paul. We're probably down the field.
And if you're the defense, you can have that all day. We're going to play big zones. We're going to keep the ball in front of us. We've got the lead. You're going to have to make catches like that and make us miss. But you want to keep throwing those little dink and dunk throws? Have at it. Because if you keep doing that, we're going to win the game.
Through the air, it's Sayin. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
Finds us back in the middle. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Fourth down, Sayin. Here's a throw downfield late. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. The 30. He's at the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Rebels.
And what a fantastic job by the defense there on that fourth down. They understand, obviously, having a big lead. The offense is going to go for it. They're going to have to throw. Everybody on defense has their eyes on the QB. They're able to jump in front of the pass, take it in for a touchdown, build their lead, and that essentially seals this game. They're going to go home with the W.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ohio State calls its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Offense in a bunch formation. Throwing, Sayin. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Rush is on him. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And the Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Say it. Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit. Spreads out 4 receivers, trips right, a single receiver to the left on 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Gashes the heart of the knee. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Once he got some room, it was over.
This guy is so dangerous because of his speed. He can take the top off the defense, and he did it right there on the post. Great arm talent, getting the throw out in front of him. It didn't matter how many DBs they had deep on that one. I don't think they could have stopped.
And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. He'll bring it out. It's Alexander.